Welcome back to another edition of the Wrestling Chatter. My name is Flobo Boyce, and well, my guest is just too blessed. Please welcome Casey Navarro. What's going on, sir?
Well, just being blessed here in LA, enjoying the weather, being a star that I am, recovering from that Ultimate X, though. I mean,
Yeah,
hurt.
exactly. I was actually in the third row of that match just Sunday, a TNA Rebellion at the Galen Center. Talk to me about your experience going over there performing from the SoCal audience.
Man, it was an awesome experience. That crowd was so awesome. They were so loud. The TNA chants right off the bat when we came out. We didn't even get started. We didn't even touch, and the crowd was into it, man. It was an awesome experience. I honestly hope that we get to come back to the Galen Center soon, man. That was an awesome experience for sure.
It's a good venue. I realized you had a couple of boos in there, people not really down with the first class movement. Talk to me about that. You were in that group for a couple months now. Some people are liking it, some people are hating it. What's it been your perspective on the inside?
I mean, honestly, I think LA just doesn't like me because I'm a Miami boy, Miami Heat all day. I wore the Miami Vice gear. I guess everybody just wasn't feeling me, even though I was the only one in that match to climb that little structure there a couple times.
Yeah,
Honestly, I was up there a couple times. I didn't see anybody else going for the title like me.
yeah, you would
So,
be on points if we had
but
climbing the three points.
but yeah, man, first class is great. People can't hack it, man. We're stars. We're taking over right now. We're going for those tag team titles. We're looking for even other gold, X Division title gold, main title gold. We're looking for all the gold, and we're gonna bring it to first class this year.
Yeah, in fact, going into Rebellion, I was telling my friend in the stands, I said, you know what, Cody Deaner should just took the money and that Ultimate X qualifier match, but he didn't. And that's what he
He
gets,
didn't.
right?
Would have saved him the embarrassment.
Right. So as we record this now, this week TNA is rolling into Irvine for a double back-to-back tapings of TNA Impact. Just talking about the growth of the brand, it feels like much like the name of one of the pay-per-views, TNA is hard to kill. Correct?
100%, man. And like the pay-per-view this year, Genesis, this is a beginning. This is a new beginning for TNA. We are growing, we are expanding, we're getting new talent, we're getting new brand deals. I mean, we just got BioFlex. That's going to be great. Can't wait to use that red light therapy this week. Very excited for that. But TNA is becoming mainstream. I mean, I hate to talk about him, but look what Joe Hendry's been doing. I
Yeah.
mean, he has brought us to the mainstream. We are doing big things. Guys like the Hardys being here, Nick Nemeth, Indy Hartwell now being here, and of course, the first class blessed Casey Navarro being here. We are getting bigger and bigger every time we put on a show. Like this Thursday and Friday is can't miss. We're here in Irvine. We're here in California. Look what we did at Rebellion. We were just talking about it. Probably one of the
Mhm.
best pay-per-views of the year so far, but every time we have a pay-per-view, it's getting better and better, and the crowds are getting bigger and bigger. So this is honestly just can't miss.
You know, you mentioned Joe Hendry as just been a champion and a half of the TNA brand, being seen absolutely everywhere. But I gotta be honest, man. I know you can support the guy all they want, but it gotta be a little piece of Casey Navarro being like, okay, when's my turn? When is gonna be my chance to go and show myself what the world I can do?
Oh man, I say that all the time. I love everything that Joe's doing. Can't knock him. You can't
Hmm.
knock him. But at the end of the day, sometimes I look at him and I go, man, if I had one opportunity one on one against him, I could probably take that title. But I know my time's gonna come, and I'm just enjoying the ride, and I'm just being patient. I was just in the Ultimate X for the X Division Championship, so I know I'm in the right direction. I'm
Yeah,
getting closer. I'm
yeah.
definitely getting closer.
So let's talk about the Ultimate X or some of the X division in general. I mean, the Ultimate X was the capstone of what was happening the past couple weeks on TNA programming, but it seems this division, after a couple of years of maybe not being on the focal point, is back better than ever. I mean, it is a tough division to be in, and you decide to go in head first. Talk to me what goes through your mind when you have yourself a match in that kind of like environment.
I mean, the Ultimate X, I mean, that was the craziest thing I've ever done in my career. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of heights. So when I got up there and I climbed, I was freaking out a little bit. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, there's a goal, and it was that title in the middle. So all your fear has to go out the window, man. The
Yeah.
adrenaline, you got to ride up the adrenaline. You just got to go up there, climb, get that title, and get out. I mean, unfortunately, I've gotten pretty close to the title, and every time somebody knocked me down, whether it's Leon Slater, Matt Cardona, or even Moose.
Yeah.
But I know that if anybody ever had the opportunity to be in that match, it's one that you have to really understand that you have to put all your fear out the window and just focus on the title as much as you can.
But you're not done though. There's unfinished business there. Or do you have other
100%.
plans?
100%. I mean, everybody's talking about Leon Slater right now. I saw the TNA management doing me and Leon Slater tomorrow live in Irvine. That's a
Oh my
match that
gosh.
everybody's been dying to see, and now everybody's getting it early. Look, Leon Slater, great guy, young, up and coming. But is he blessed? Is he me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And Thursday's going to be the Casey Navarro show, and I'm going to put that kid in the back seat. That's what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to put him in the
Whoa.
back seat. I'm going to be in the driver's seat, and I'm going to take the X Division to where it needs to be. Come
Okay,
on.
wow. Putting the whole locker room on notice, man.
Exactly.
But like you were saying, a couple days in Los Angeles in Orange County, getting some of that SoCal vibe, that SoCal thing. What are you getting yourself into between matches? I mean, have you seen the sites, hit the clubs? What does someone like Casey Navarro actually do?
Casey Navarro's riding around, man. He's seeing the ladies. He's buying some Gucci. He's buying some Louis Vuitton, hitting Beverly
Whoa.
Hills. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying it out here. It's not Miami. To me, it's not Miami. LA's cool.
Yeah.
It's not Miami. But I see some of my superstar friends, got to hang out with DJ Khaled was over here. I was hanging out with him yesterday.
Oh
We're
wow.
just doing it up. We're doing it up out here. When the blessed one's in LA or he's in any city, he blesses that city.
I appreciate that because, like, sometimes I'll be living here. I'm in SoCal right now, and I'm like, I can't get in the VIP section, so I just try to learn by association how it's done. You know what I'm
Don't worry,
saying?
I'll hook you up, man. I'll hook you up.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So let's take a step back. You're approaching 10 years in the game, even though it feels like you've been wrestling since day one. What was a moment when you decided to jump in, and was like your crew all about it, or did you have to show them, look, you guys don't believe in me now, but I'm gonna go ahead and over deliver?
So I was bullied my entire life. I was told I would never make it. I was always a small guy. I mean, it's no secret. Look at me next to AJ Francis, not a very big guy, but I just had a very strong belief, man, that this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted. My couple friends, the very few that I had, they believed in me. They wanted to see me do it. My family believed in me, and I think that's all I needed, man. I just needed them, God, and I was good. And at 15 years old, I showed up to a wrestling school and I said, "Look, this is all I want. I just want to do this with my life. I don't want anything else." And they had me sign a waiver, had my family sign a waiver, and boom, here I am 10 years later. And it's funny, actually, because Under Siege, May 23rd in Brampton, in Canada,
Yeah.
is actually my 10-year anniversary of
Whoa.
wrestling. And Under Siege is when I came back to TNA last year and fought Laredo Kid while he's digital media champion. Full
Yeah.
circle, just saying.
Are you going to
But
celebrate before,
loved it.
after, or during?
No, man, I never have time for celebrations, man.
Yeah.
Me, it's just go, 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 man. I just
I,
go, go, go.
I respect that. So I imagine you taking the first couple days, the wrestling journey. I mean, people quit pretty quickly, but you stuck with it. Walk me through this because a lot of fans of Wrestling Chatter are aspiring or in class right now as professional wrestlers. What keeps you going when those days you're like, oh, I hurt. It hurts, but I'm gonna come back tomorrow.
My love for it, my passion, and I think for sure the kids that look up to me now. Like they can relate to me, me not being a very big guy, going up against these stars. Even some of them were heroes of mine. It just shows that dreams can come true. Like I was just saying to a couple people the other day, Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, the guy was my hero. I loved Matt Cardona. I met him when I was 11. Then I wrestled him 2 years ago in front of 100 people. Then a few months later in front of 300 people. And this past weekend, me and him shared the ring on a pay per view in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
Nothing's impossible. So it's moments like that that really keep me going.
I hear that. Personal question. You talked about going to Ontario or Canada again. Do you have a favorite venue? Is that a thing you even rank, or is it wherever you get the dub?
Wherever I get the dub, man. I haven't had my moment to have. I can be like, this is my favorite arena. I mean, I have my favorite cities for sure,
Okay, hit
but
me.
I definitely I don't think I have a favorite arena yet. Oh, well,
Okay.
actually, right now I'm lying. If there's one arena right now that is my favorite here for all the ones I've done at TNA, it's probably in San Antonio. I think it's
Oh
the
wow.
Boeing Center.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I
Yeah.
really like that. I really like that arena. That's a
Okay.
really good one. That's a good one.
Okay, you know what? Shout to San Antonio. Not a lot of people give that city love, but I appreciate the fact that you do. All right, so after you have some downtime, you always say you put it forward. You make sure you train top physical condition. I get all that, but also I heard that you like to party. So if you get invited to a party, you arrive fast, be late. Are you the one dancing on the dance floor? Are you the one sipping drinks in the corner? What kind of vibe do you bring when you head up on one of your late night events?
Probably showing up late because whatever girl I'm bringing has probably got to get ready, and it's gonna probably take them 4 hours. You know what I mean?
Yo, I hear that. I hear that, man. No, I totally understand. It's always that way. Back half of 2025 is already coming up quickly. It feels like January was 3 years long and the rest has been 2 weeks long. Do you have any set goals going into the back half of the year for Casey Navarro and the brand?
I want to end the year as champion. And I don't care what title it is. I don't care if it's me and AJ taking those tag team titles from the Nemitz. I don't care if it's me taking the X Division title from Moose. I don't care if it's me becoming the second ever international champion. Wouldn't mind doing that. Or, or if it's me becoming the world champion.
Oh, you know what? That's something that's a good idea. I'm
But
all
I,
for
I
that.
think that's what's I think that's what's gonna happen in 2025. I think I'm gonna become a TNA champion in 2025.
Hoping that for you, although I am biased because I want to get VIP access. Just from your perspective, ever since signing with TNA Wrestling, the wrestling game has been changing. You're seeing a lot more screens have wrestling at bars and parties. I feel like it's going back into the mainstream. What's been your perspective, seeing more fans, different kind of fans come out to the games and to the matches over the past couple months?
I think it's amazing, man. I mean, I remember when I was young, wrestling was big, but it was on that that era where it was starting to go down. You know, a few years before I was born, it was getting really, really hot. When I was born, it was super hot. Attitude Era, super, super hot. And I feel like it's kind of there, but I think it's actually passing that now. Now I think
Yeah,
wrestling's even bigger than it was then because back then, yeah, you had WCW and WWE, and WWE was really doing its thing in the Attitude Era. But like right now, you got WWE. You got NXT, you got TNA, you got all these big companies, and most of them working together. I know WWE and AAA, us with WWE. Like the possibilities are endless, and I think that's what's keeping fans so excited and so in tuned. And I think every company's winning right now, and that's what I am really enjoying about this whole thing.
yeah, if you got to go through some forbidden doors or cursed windows, I will be in support of that. As we wind this down here, man, when I told my friends that I'll be doing this interview today, everyone's telling me, oh my gosh, Casey Navarro, he's the best kept secret. Although I disagree. I think you are really much loud and proud of who you are. But if you got some fans out there that want to support you, make sure that you're on the platform. How they go about doing that? Is it buying merch? Is it sharing clips? Is it something they can do to make sure they know the gospel that is Casey Navarro?
Yeah, man. I mean, liking and sharing is always important for us. It helps us for sure. And it's free. You don't got to pay for that to go follow us and like us and share our stuff. So at KC Wrestles on all social platforms, KCNavarroShop.com, Pro Wrestling Tees, I'm on there as well. Any support and love is appreciated. And of course, TNA Wrestling this Thursday and Friday in Irvine, California. Don't miss out.
Oh, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it, man. Stay blessed.
Sure. Appreciate it. You too, my man.
Cool. Well, hold on. I'm going to get Ross here.